I recently bought two new computers, both of which have an Intel processor and an Nvidia graphics unit. I've been on Team AMD for the last little while for both the CPU and the GPU, and Premiere just worked out of the box. I've had some issues, but they were more about platform compatibility and less about the settings that I needed to tweak. I thought an Intel and Nvidia combo would work the same, if not even better, but I was quite wrong. This is the video that I made about the Nubia Z70 Ultra. It's 18 minutes long, and on my brand new computer with an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K and an Nvidia RTX 5090, the video took 82 minutes to export. However, it only took 24 minutes to export on my 2023 MacBook Pro. So what's the issue? Not only that, the playback was choppy as well. This just didn't make sense to me. My previous desktop had a Ryzen 7 9800X3D and a 7900XTX, and the playback performance was much better and the exports just didn't take as long. I was just expecting my new computer to perform much better. Well, let me just show you what settings to change, and then if you'd like to, you can stay for the reasoning. We're going to change two things. First and foremost, in Premiere, we need to click Edit, then Preferences, and then Media. We need to make sure that the boxes are checked for hardware accelerated encoding and decoding, but those should be checked by default. What we need to uncheck is the Intel. We don't want to use that for decoding. Intel QuickSync is supposed to be helpful, and the resources online also show that it should be a net positive, but in my experience, it causes nothing but stutters and significant slowdowns. The second change we're gonna make is on the media encoder. I use the media encoder for exporting videos as opposed to the built-in Premiere function, and the changes we're gonna do here are the exact same. We're gonna do Edit, and then Preferences, Media, and then ultimately we gotta make sure that hardware encoding and decoding are enabled, but Intel is unchecked. This is the solution. Simple as that. Make sure you close and reopen Premiere as well as Media Encoder and enjoy significantly faster export times as well as playback performance. Let me know in the comments if this worked for you. We'll start with the improvements that I've seen in playback. Out of the box, the playback was unusable. Instead of being able to play the video in 1x, let alone 2x or faster, I was essentially just watching a slideshow. And no one wants that. With these changes, I was able to get much smoother playback. Thanks to Premiere not being a flawless piece of software, we still get small stutters here and there, but overall, I would honestly call this quite smooth. Exporting is a completely different story, and in a good way. I mentioned earlier in the video that the Nubia Z70 video took 82 minutes to export on my desktop computer. There were some artifacts on the exported video as well, which essentially meant that I couldn't use the video. With the changes, and you're not gonna believe this, it only took 14 minutes and 40 seconds. In other words, changing the encoding and decoding settings cut down the time it took to export the video by 80%. Unsurprisingly, there were also no artifacts in the final video. I saw the same improvements on the HP Omen laptop that I have, which is my second computer that has an Intel CPU and an Nvidia GPU, so I think it's safe to say that this solution works. But why is this happening? Isn't Intel QuickSync supposed to be a good thing? And the answer is yes, it should be a good thing, with some asterisks. Whether it's playback or encoding, if you have Intel encoding enabled, you'll see that the CPU usage will stay low, whereas the built-in Intel graphics will be at around 100% use. As soon as you disable Intel encoding, the CPU usage will shoot up, whereas the Intel GPU will stay idle. This makes perfect sense since QuickSync offers much better encoding and decoding than what the CPU can do. However, there's a whole other piece of hardware installed in your computer, the graphics card. Again, whether it's playback or exporting a video, you'll see that the Nvidia GPU doesn't get much use. That's with the Intel encoding enabled. Not all GPUs support all encoding types, and we know that already. So let's say we need to encode something in a specific way, In an ideal world, Premiere should first check if Nvidia supports it. If it's supported by Nvidia, we should just use that GPU. If not, we should fall back to the Intel graphics. And if that's not an option, we should just fall back to CPU encoding. For reasons that I can't comprehend though, Adobe found it appropriate to prioritize the Intel graphics as opposed to the Nvidia GPU. That means that we have to settle for the Intel GPU taking around 30 seconds to decode something, whereas the much more capable Nvidia GPU could do the same thing in 8 seconds. By disabling that Intel hardware decoding, we're essentially removing that bottleneck, but we're still leaving some performance on the table. Again, not all GPUs support all encoding types. So if an encoding type is supported by Intel QuickSync, but not by Nvidia, we now have to fall back to CPU encoding, which takes longer than QuickSync. Unfortunately, we have to be okay with leaving some performance on the table since the alternative is much worse. Personally, I'm okay with leaving some performance on the table and slightly longer decoding types for some types of media if it means a 400% improvement in export performance. Again, in an ideal world, Premiere would default to Nvidia GPU and use QuickSync as a fallback, but until then, this seems to be the best solution. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking this video, checking out my other videos, and subscribing to my channel. Take care.